What's up, all you daggum farmers? Welcome back to the Cow Farm Chronicles here in Farming Simulator 22. In today's episode, our massive cornfield is starting to grow weeds, and we don't want it to look like our sad barley field, so we gotta get to work on spraying. But before we start, it's time to clear some trees around the field just to make our lives a little easier. If you enjoy this video, let me know by hitting the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Alright. Well, I hope everybody is having a great day. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's time to just kind of cut these trees down around the cornfield. Our corn is starting to sprout up nicely, as you can see here. Where it was growing before, like where the old grass field was, these weeds are starting to sprout up. So we need to get these taken care of because I don't want this field looking like our barley field over here. I know it's really pretty with all the colors and everything, but we don't really actually want these weeds growing. They are going to be a detriment when it comes to harvest time. We need to get the field all cleaned up and looking like this part right here, where there's no weeds growing in between. But I just kind of figured, to make our lives a little easier, because the sprayer has really long arms, and then when it comes to harvest time, the harvester is kind of wide as well. I'm going to cut all of these trees that are really close to the perimeter of the field. I've already got one tree cut down over there on the flatbed. I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to get another tree up on here. It's kind of taking up a lot of room, as you can kind of see. But I need to get as much wood loaded up on here as I can. I don't really have any other way to get it over to like the carpentry logging area besides just my flatbed here. I already got the sprayer and the herbicide rented. Well, you don't rent herbicide, but I purchased the herbicide, rented the sprayer. In total, that was like $6,000, I think. And luckily, we had some income brought in from our solar panels, so that's always nice. It's not a whole lot, about $5,000 a month. Which, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but we got a lot going on around here. We got a lot of cows to feed. We have big fields, and we have big equipment that needs all kinds of stuff and repairing and maintenance. And also, at the end of the last episode, I went ahead and bought, I think, 10 more cows to add to our second cow barn that we have, bringing us to a grand total of 95. So we've got 95 cows hanging out in the shade, eating hay, costing money, and making us money as well. So, alright, so I got a lot of the trees on that side cleared, so we're looking pretty good there. I just got this one knocked down. I think I'm going to try to squeeze it up onto the flatbed. It looks like a jungled mess right now, I know, but I got to get as much as I can on there because I don't want to keep taking a bunch of trips. So we still have about 2 or 3 trees I'm going to chop down this way, and then as I'm exiting, I'll show you guys. I'm not really going to chop down the trees along the fence line just yet because I don't really have anywhere to drop them. I don't want to drop them down into my cornfield because that would probably just squish the little baby corns. So for now, they're just going to stay, and I'm just going to kind of deal with that headache. Thankfully, I'm not going to have to spray around the edge on that side, so it won't be too bad. Okay, so there's 3 full trees loaded up onto the flatbed. We got to get this down to the carpentry area and kind of see what kind of cash we get. Get back over here and start spraying on our field. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, it's these trees along the fence line right here. I have no idea how I'm going to drop these. I don't want to drop them into my cornfield. So for now, they're just going to stay. I don't think I'm going to have to get too close to them with the sprayer because this part doesn't seem to be growing any weeds. So hopefully I don't joust any cars on the way there. So I've been having pretty good luck with this flatbed on not tipping over just because I'm pretty sure the center of gravity is really low. And I've really been testing my luck here. So let's kind of see. Oh, no! Oh, come on. Nice! Like it never happened. Alright, so we made it here. Let's go ahead and back it up into the shop door there for them. So they can start unloading this. Alright, so we'll put it right about there for them. Alright, so we got $4,800 for the first half of the trailer. I just need to maneuver it into a better spot so they can grab the other half. Alright, $2,700 for that one. Oh, we got two little stragglers sitting here. And $86 for those little twigs. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go back over to the farm, get the last couple trees that I pointed out chopped down, make my way back over here, and then we are going to start spraying because we got to get rid of those weeds. Alright, there's both the trees that we wanted gone. Got them all loaded up. Next step is just to get back down to the logging area and get rid of it. Pretty much for the first year here, the main focus is just going to be expansion. And spending all of the money that we make pretty much to make more. Alright, see what we get for the first half there. 2,100. Okay, we got 1,500 for that load right there. Cool. Sitting close to about $17,000, which actually could probably get us a whole nother load of cows. I know we have about 11,000, maybe 12,000 liters of milk sitting there ready to be sold, which is probably going to get us maybe close to $20,000. And typically I like to end these episodes by adding more cows to our herd, but we might just do that starting the next episode. Might just cut the spraying into a nice little time lapse for you guys, and maybe kind of call it there for this episode. I think we are going to be harvesting our barley field soon. We'll have that to do. We'll go buy some more cows. We still have a whole lot of hay left over for them. Alright, so we already got the sprayer connected to our nice T7 New Holland here. This is actually quickly becoming like my favorite tractor. Get this baby unfolded, and we'll get to work. As I mentioned before several times, the area we expanded into does not need to be sprayed. Just the area that was previously the field. Get that on. There we go. Okay, so we pretty much got the cornfield all taken care of and sprayed. And I've explained this a couple times, but our plan for this field is to turn the corn into silage and use that for our TMR that we're going to be feeding our cows. We have a giant barley field over there, which is going to be, it's not giant, but it's pretty big. It's going to be producing some straw for us, and we'll be able to sell the barley, which is nice. The plan for that field right over there is to expand that, of course, on both sides into that neighboring field that way, and then over towards the fence line that way. So we'll have a whole lot of straw being made, we'll have a whole lot of silage being made from the corn, and then the last thing I'm pretty sure we're going to need for making TMR is hay. So we will be able to just kind of make hay out of all of the grass we still have around our property. I am eventually going to be buying a field and making that just a grass field. Okay, so let's go ahead and unload our herbicide close to our shed over here. There we go. Got that IBC sitting there. So now we just kind of need to load this back up onto the flatbed because we're going to be returning our sprayer. go ahead and just pull it out. But I think this is probably a good place to call this episode right here. I've gotten most of what I wanted to do done. We got the trees cleaned up, and we got the field taken care of, so we're not going to have that giant weed problem that we had with the barley field. And that was just, because we were just getting started. We didn't have really any money to get started with, and we just needed to get something going because we had several empty fields. On our next harvest for it, it's going to do a lot better. It's going to be a lot healthier. It's going to be better fertilized, so we'll get a way better yield from it. Okay, so we got about 11,450 liters of milk sitting here in this cow barn, and probably not even close to as much in this one, but that's a pretty penny right there, knowing that our tanker holds about 9,000 liters, and we have 1,100 liters right here. So okay, so we got close to about 13,000 liters of milk, which, yeah, that's gonna be a pretty penny when we sell that. For sure gonna do that in the next episode, which is gonna go ahead and buy us some more cows to give these guys some more friends, which is just gonna keep ramping up production as we go along. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I really appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you in the next one.